It when guys approach you on the street?
No. No.
Why not?
Dating, wasn't no relationship going on. It was just a hit and quit thing.
My mother always told me that
driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mom.
Right? But the bitter baby moms make it so unbearable.
Why don't guys approach girls anymore?
Because all men. Because every day we wake up and we are constantly reminded that we are the perpetrators, we are the bad guys.
We're tired of your bad attitudes. We're tired of your entitled attitude.
The biggest misconception men have about women. You think we don't want to be approached.
So do you like it when guys approach you on the street?
No.
Why not?
Usually I get a little scared. Yeah, I feel like it's usually like with bad intentions. Yeah. I'm like on my own vibe. Like I don't want anyone messing with it.
And even if you were to come up and talk to me after that, like, I would be really rude, but then once you leave, get so excited. But that's just my way of, like, interacting.
What?
And this guy comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, I have a question. You seem like the perfect person to ask." And I was like, okay.
Why do men think they have the right to just come up and talk to you?
And this is the core of the problem. Modern women blame men if they approach them, and blame them if they don't approach them. In today's world, there is no reprieve for men from the antics of women.
Frozen food. So look for somebody who is a good cook. I don't like cats and dogs. I have allergies. I have allergies. Otherwise, they're okay. And then somebody who is neat and can go out with me to concerts and shows and things of that nature, stand-up comedy shows.
Awesome.
Somebody to have fun with.
Okay, well, those are some of those things. Now tell me this. What are some of your red flags? Some things that if a partner does this in a relationship, it's a no-go for you.
Well, somebody who's spending a lot of money on makeups. That's really a turn-off. And then, somebody who is not picking up after themselves, and I guess the last one would be somebody who's taking a lot of medicine, I'm looking for somebody who's healthier than myself.
Okay. So. All right. We did get some real ones that popped their hearts. Let's go down and talk to them. We'll start with this. It's a little, but I think you'll be all right because you have one. Let's hold on. Okay. But let's see. Name, age, and why you popped.
Sharice, and I'm over 65, and I popped because I'm a crappy cook.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hopefully you'll, it's always a good thing to try something new things. So, yeah, you'll be all right.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Most of them didn't even let that man tell the reason behind his choices before popping their balloons. And that's the correct representation of how women expect men to be perfect at all times.
She's not mine. Nothing like me. She's not my daughter, period. She's not mine.
When he don't get what he wants, I'm not his daughter. He just been a big absence in my life.
Her mom, me and her, we got to dating. Wasn't no relationship going on. It was just a hit and quit thing.
My mother always told me that he was my father. She had no denial of him not being a father. She hasn't messed with nobody else.
She was a neighborhood bro.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
Let's be respectful.
Okay, you know who her father is? Could you get this to her, please? You look at her and you tell me.
This is a photo of a man?
Yes. It's her father. You know why I say that? Because that's for the simple fact, because I caught him and her mom having. That is my great-great-uncle. I pulled up in the yard, family house. The door was cracked. It was open. I walk in. The bed is sitting right there, right in front of the door. It's a small apartment. Smack it. They getting it. Next thing I know, he hear the door open. He turn around and look and see me. She raised her head up. All I did was look and shook my head and walked out.
Your mother maintained without a doubt that Mr. Lewis was your biological father. Yes, sir. She never told you any different? No. You are not the father.
Oh, bam. God. Cut out. That's her father right there. That's him right there.
Ma, I don't care. How long have we been together? I literally do not care. No.
DNA test has done more harm than good to the society. At this point, make them ban DNA test. In fact, everybody should stop conducting.
Yeah, DNA tests should not happen, or women like her will be exposed big time and will have nowhere to go, as only cheaters have a problem with it, and if you aren't one of them, then you should have no problems with it.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
If he owns the bus. If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I could build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalanced. And then when the men show up, we want to beat them up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just not working. So it's not that it's bad or wrong. It's obsolete. It's obsolete. We have to come up with a new way of being. I don't believe in carrying a man. A man has to do for himself.
No point telling her anything, as she isn't listening to anything that has been told to her. Her mind is fixated on only one thing that she only deserves, the cream of the crop, and anything less than that is a failure.
Dating a man that does not come from a two-parent household. I don't care what race you are.
You came from a two-parent household?
No.
I'm gonna get a lot of backlash about this post, right? But there's a lot of dads out here that are not deadbeats, right? But the bitter baby moms make it so unbearable to co-parent with these women that try to raise these children that they are pushing the fathers out of these kids' lives, right? And we get a lot of unrealistic people that'll say shit like, no matter what she does, it shouldn't affect your relationship with the child. Now, not only do we got to jump through the hoops of being a black man out here in society, but we got to come and have a war with you as well, just to do the right thing by our kids. Let me say this once and for all. Our responsibility is the kid. We don't have to give you extra money for you. We don't even have to act like we like you. If the kids are old enough to make the phone calls, then there is no reason for you to be involved at all. Take your emotions out of it. It's about the kid. And when you do this nutty and this bitter, who he's seeing, who's at his residence, what girlfriend he got, what chick he got around braiding your daughter hair and all of this weird, that's where the confusion comes in. Let these men that want to be fathers father their kid without you being a headache. Stop pushing these black men out of their kids' life. It takes a village, and little boys need their dads, and so do